Usual, but audio is super scuffed. Uh-oh. Audio? Wait, what happened? Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm watching it. It's connecting and disconnecting.
Oh no. Oh, that's weird. That hasn't happened before. It's fixed now? Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Okay, we're good. All right, sorry about the rough start. And thank you for the sub. Swimming with Toasters, Woot the Own, Corrupt Pizza, King Crimson. Hey, chat. Welcome. Sorry it's later than usual. Who's Erik? I'll explain in a minute. I'll explain. It's a long story. Thank you for the sub, No Fran. Oh my god, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Thornography. I'm gonna try to call it subs as much as I can this stream, but we're gonna be, like, actually talking. So it's gonna be, I don't want to be rude, you know? I don't want to be rude to my guests, so I'll, but thank you guys so much for subbing. Holy shit, Erik, give me a moment.
That's no problem.
Hey,
I'm just soaking in all this water.
Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Benanger. Thank you. Erik is soaking in the water and getting nice and plump, as he is a tardigrade. Erik, can I pour you a drink?
Yes, you may. What do you have?
Tardigrades like algae, right? They eat algae.
Yeah, I've been known to partake from time to time.
Okay, I got you, boo. 1 second. There you go. And I got I got you a little straw too.
Okay. Oh.
It's for you, cause you're a bitch. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Intense Potato.
Oh. Could you at least, like, get it, like, so the straw's, like, within reach for me? Because
I can
over there it feels like you're just...
Then it'll be hard to read. I'll flip it.
Fucking...
God, you ask
so much. No, just put it in the tub. It's algae. It'll be fine in the tub.
Okay. Hold on. My hands are wet.
Oh, shoot. Here you go. Howdy, guys. Hey, hello. Yes, hey. I are here.
Erik is here. Hey, so sorry about the late stream, but it's been a really long time since I've done an evening stream, and those were usually a lot of fun. Erik, for those of you who are new here, which is actually most of you, when I was way smaller, I had this tardigrade named Erik on every once in a while, and he's very popular with my chat, so get comfortable. Thank you for the bits, General Scraggy. Sorry I missed the last couple streams. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Sorry, let me catch up with my subs.
I'm not a bug. I am a tardigrade, also known as a water bear.
Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Green Owl. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the, fuck, whose birthday was it? Whose birthday? I'm trying to find the message. Where did it go? Wait, it was somebody's birthday. Where is it?
Well, I missed you guys too.
No,
I'm glad to be back. Howdy, Akuji. Yes, I am a tardigrade ginger.
Hold on. Somebody redeem baby mode, and then we can
Nice to
actually
meet ya.
we can get started. Because there's some stuff I want to talk about this stream. You know, this is a hot tub stream. I've never done one, so I'm very excited, chat.
Hey, Juniper, can you say to Eric, he looks fucking sexy?
No.
Wow, that's
Eric
a good
is a
highlight.
tardigrade. I'm a moth. It's doomed.
Thank you, Mr. GG.
Hold on a minute.
There we go. Down
so
to my scale.
Okay, I'll get smaller. Should I be smaller than... No, I'm not smaller than Eric.
Oh yeah, I thought that was your power. You're larger than any male protagonist that's nearby,
No,
right?
that's true. I am taller. That was the rule when I was designing Juniper, was that... Oh, it's Maeve! Happy birthday, Maeve! I'm really sorry. That was the rule when I was deciding Juniper's canon height, is that she doesn't have a canon height. She's just like a couple inches taller than any generic isekai protagonist, you know? You're just like a little bit taller for like that like mother energy, you know? Just like to look down on him slightly, smother him betwixt. Yeah, you know, chat. Can you say hi, honey? Hi, honey. Hi, honey.
And yes, chat, I am a male protagonist. You can find me in Reincarnated as a Tardy Bear.
Oh, Eric, it has been a really long time since you were on my show.
It has been a really long time since I've been on your show.
Because for those of you who are new here, something really fucking weird happened around February, where somebody made a video about me, and I kind of went viral. and all of a sudden, I was just getting way, way, way more viewers, and I had to... Like, I really, really withdrew from having people on or collabing or anything just so that I could focus on my chat for a while and adjust. But I feel like I've adjusted very well. So, welcome back, Erik. my special guest.
And I think I might have missed this online fad, but a couple of people are asking me to say, hi, honey?
Say it. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Is that right?
Well, you
Hi,
can
honey.
say it like normally. Erik, lean in for this shit, okay? You got a deep voice, so you gotta, like, bring it out.
Hi, honey.
Fuck yeah. That's what we're talking about. Erik, do not add it out of my chat.
Not quite.
You can do this to your own chat. Please don't add it out of my chat.
Okay, no. You're in charge here. I will not drop the you-know-what unless they end up breaking you, and then you give me permission.
I can't fucking compete with Erik, which is the problem. Every time he comes into my chat, like, everybody just gets so fucking horny. And I don't get it, because I'm the one with, like, you know, the moth badonkers. So I hate this, man.
Oh. I'm glad to hear that. Ooh. So people are saying they're batting for new teams after that. Batting
for new team? Damn it. God, I gotta bring them back over to the insect fucker side. So I've done a little bit of pre-gaming, because this was gonna be like a very chill chat. I have an overlay for it. This is literally just an image I yoinked. Hold on. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Banager. Thank you. Right now I'm drinking, you know that blue Hawaiian punch that you could buy for like $2 for like a 2-gallon jug?
You didn't buy an entire 2-gallon jug.
No, I did, and I also bought some rum because rum is tropical, right? And it's Hawaiian punch is tropical and rum is tropical, so like it's made to go together, right?
100%. They were both made with the other one in mind.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, the youthful Walrus King. So Erik, I'm sorry I haven't had you on in a while. What's been new in the tardigrade hood?
Well,
is there
interestingly
a
enough, we don't need to talk about that right now. I don't want to make things political, you know. I like to come on just for a nice little soak ever since you drained me last time.
Sorry, I won't
But
do it
beyond
again.
recovering from that, similar to you, I've been moving around a little bit and have ended up in a new apartment.
Mm-hmm.
My job's going fine. I'm still doing my weekly D&D streams where I talk about the lore of our D&D games.
Uh-huh.
As you well know, I'm still running those. But all in all, things are relatively calm in the Tardyhood.
Oh, fuck. We can talk about D&D later. Yeah, so I was talking to my chat the other day, and I was like, damn, should I bring Erik back on? I feel like I'm ready to bring Erik back, or not just Erik, bring guests or, like, collabs back onto the show. And people were really, really fucking excited for that. There was somebody that said that, that when we were telling our theater stories, that they were literally crying laughing. Which, oh man. So people are asking who you are. This is my friend Erik. We've known each other since high school. We went to high school together. We actually weren't friends in high school, but we became friends after high school. And I used to bring him on my show occasionally, just like as a guest.
Yes, and in high school you were God. I was a mere actor.
Yeah, so that's not gonna make sense without context. Both of holy shit! See where? I'm ascending.
Cougar?
Is it Cougar?
It might be Cougar. Oh,
Cougar.
Your
Seeger Cougar. Thank you for the 50 subs. My God, man. Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. Oh my God. I don't know how to thank you enough, but I appreciate it. Actually, I'm gonna turn back on Mom for a second. You know how it is. And then we can get into some conversation topics. Because I know you've got some stories, and I know I've got some stories. And pornography, what the fuck? My man!
Oh, shit!
Hold on, Erik, I think this is for you.
Is it? No. That's definitely for you. By the way, Junie, you're getting your clothes wet.
Oh, hold on. Let me change.
Everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes. She's got to change. Everybody, eyes closed.
Sorry, I yanked something.
So everybody's here to tune into my solo
wait, hold on. So I need to pornography. Thank you for the dono. Well, hello there. Who's this sexy little 8-legged segmented micro animal? Rawr. You maniac. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
They're still asking for me to do it, Junie.
Oh my God. Fine, you can do it. You can do it once.
Okay, everyone, I'm only doing this once. So, hey chat, I just wanted to say, Oh, Pikmin, thank you for the follow.
So, thank you for the resub, Typical Nate, for the 3 months. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with subs very much, but thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. So this is kind of a throwback stream for a couple of reasons. One, I used to do like evening drinking streams every once in a while, and I haven't done one in a while because I've mostly been streaming in like the early afternoon lately in my time zone. And it's also been a really long time since I brought Erik on. So in the spirit of throwbacks, Erik.
Yes. What are we throwing back?
I'm kicking you. Hold on. Bap, bap! Anyways. Oh my God, hold on. I need to... Oh, I lost my wine. There we go. In the spirit of throwbacks...
Throwbacks! Alright! I haven't heard of that sport before, but you know, similar to baseball, right?
I think my green screen's fucked up. Give me a minute. I'm fixing this.
Oh, don't worry. I'll handle this. So, hey, chat. How's everything going? Erik making me question my heterosexuality? Well, I aim to, Pika.
Hey, thank you for the 2 gifted subs, Bosco the Terrible. In the spirit of throwbacks, Eric, do you have any, like, embarrassing stories from your childhood? Or, like shit that keeps you up at night, you know?
Embarrassing stories from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
My embarrassment? So, like, one of the oldest memories that just kind of has stuck with me through life isn't really that embarrassing in retrospect, but in the moment, and that emotion is definitely what stuck with me. I was in kindergarten.
Yeah?
We had just finished recess and we're lined up for coming back to class, and a couple of the other boys in line were having, as we referred to it, a spit fight.
Oh.
Where they would be spitting back and forth at each other and trying to dodge it. And
Dude,
it looked like fun.
Wait, stop.
Yeah?
You were doing fucking what?
They're spitting at each other? You know, as boys do. Everyone remembers a good classic spit fight. Didn't you run around trying to kiss boys, Junie?
Okay, we can get to that later. I'm sorry, finish your story.
So I decided to join in, but of course, the second I do my first spit, the teacher turns around and catches us, and we all get in trouble and sent to the principal's office. And I'm haunted to that day. If I had just waited one more second, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. I wouldn't have been having to explain what a spit fight was to my mom, and...
Thank you for the gifted sub, General Scraggy.
Did
you get in trouble with your parents?
Oh, definitely. Kidding me? From kindergarten through 2nd grade, I was in and out of the principal's office nearly non-stop.
Fuck, dude, me too! Wait, okay, hold on. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Bosco the Terrible. No, what else did you fucking do? Because I'll get to my shit in a minute.
So the really big one at that school is there was one time during recess I was talking to a kid, and as kindergartners do, the kid turned around to me and said, "You know what? I bet I am so strong that even if you pushed me, I wouldn't fall over."
Oh no.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay, you ready?" And the kid sets his feet and he's like, "Ready." And I give him a quick shove and he falls over. But he falls over, you know, onto grass. It's fine. Until literally 1 second later, a pack of children playing tag trample straight over the kid's head and keep running. Now, me thinking I did nothing wrong in this scenario at all, simply go back to class. But then I'm called into the principal's office. The principal comes up to me and says, "You're in trouble for what you did to that kid at recess, and we're going to need you to apologize." But I tell her my side, that he told me to push him and that I wasn't even the one who hurt him. It was the kids playing tag, and she said she didn't care and that I needed to apologize to him, or else I would be staying in the principal's office at the end of the day. Now, the real issue with that is my mom picks me up at the end of school. She just drives by, picks me up. She doesn't like park the car and come in. There was just a drive-through area, basically, a drive-through for children. And I knew at that point that I was about to get in a lot of trouble because my mom was going to be out there for a while, and she was out there for 15 minutes before she had to go park the car and come in and find out what happened to her kid. So they bring her into the principal's office, and the principal tells her her side of the story. I tell my mom my side of the story. And my mom goes, "What do you want me to do? Make him apologize?" The principal then told me I would be staying in the office after school until I apologized. And that is why I spent half a year in kindergarten at the end of the day going straight to the principal's office and waiting there for my mom to come pick me up. Because I maintain that I did nothing to apologize for.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fuck it up. Oh my god, I need to read something from chat real quick. Bosco said, "I got in-school suspension for drawing a dude fucking an ostrich on my homeroom's whiteboard. Most trouble I've ever been in." Oh my god. I actually, when I was like very, very young, thank you for this, thank you for the resub, AWAS, they said based. Good job, Eric. You are not cringe, but based. When I was, when I was very, very young, this was like a kindergarten story, like me getting in trouble in kindergarten. I was handed this quiz, and it was like, I don't remember the exact question, but it was like a multi-answer question, and there was a sentence in it that said like the audience loudly clapped their hands. And I was like, this will be really funny, and I drew a little line on the L in clapped, so it looked like, and then the audience loudly clapped their hands. So, and I never got this quiz back. Like, everybody was getting their quizzes back, and I didn't get it. And then this motherfucking teacher, there was like a parent-teacher conference like 2 weeks later, and and this teacher pulls out this quiz and is like, do you want to see something that your daughter did? And like all serious, and it's like the audience crapped their hands. Fuck, that isn't even the first time I got in trouble for poop-related like messing with assignments or like changing words in assignments. But so one of my chat was wondering about the kissing boys thing. So fuck, God, I hate this. I've talked about this.
Kissy Junie.
Shut the fuck up, Eric, or I will fucking suck you dry like the shitty little tardigrade you are.
I don't know how to properly respond to that threat, so I'll let chat simply clip it.
Okay, anyways, so when I was in middle school, I've talked about this a couple of times, but some people didn't know. I figured out very, very quickly that if I threatened to kiss boys, okay, please don't cancel me. I was like literally less than 10 years old, okay? If I threatened to kiss boys, they got like really scared and they ran away from me, okay? And chat, I thought that was fucking hilarious. So I did it a lot, and I did it a lot, and I gained like a reputation about it. And I even got sent to the principal's office for like threatening to kiss boys, okay? Until, and like years and years later, I see this one guy from elementary school, and we are both like 17 years old, and he's like, yo, is that Kissy Girl? I die as easy as I live, chat. I cringed.
Oh man.
Fuck.
I don't think I had any long-standing embarrassment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I moved around a little bit, so I didn't end up in kind of being around where we were in Alaska until like later in middle school.
Uh-huh.
So like all my elementary school stuff, or actually no, late in elementary school, it was like 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
But all my early elementary school stuff was from an entirely different state, so none of it really carried over. If I could tell one last kindergarten story, though.
Sure. You were just a stupid little baby tardigrade. You can get away with anything.
Stupid baby tardigrade. Well, I didn't get away with this, even though this is another thing I didn't at the time I didn't understand the punishment for it.
Mm-hmm.
So the night before, we had just watched Die Hard as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents wanted me to understand that when the main character said, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," that fuck is the worst word in the world. The worst word you could ever say.
Oh,
and
no.
to never say it. And I was like, whoa, that's amazing. And so, I'm back in elementary school and I'm talking to a kid. And we're just chatting, honestly, it's like in the middle of English class. So we're just talking about the words we have to learn and spell. And then it strikes me and I turn to the kid and I'm like, do you know what the worst word in the world is? He's like, no, I don't. There's a worst word? Yeah, a word you can't say. And he's like, well, what is it? It's fuck. And then the teacher's hand falls on my shoulder as she goes, what did you just say?
Eric,
and I turn around to her and go, the worst word in the world?
Fuck, hold on. I want to read this chat story. I had a time where I was joking with a friend, making dumb noises and writing down what it meant, just dumb kid stuff. Somehow my principal and teacher found out about the notebook and made me go to their office to know what this meant. One of the stuff I wrote down was, I'm gonna blow up the world. And they asked why I wrote that. I didn't know if I was going to get in trouble for it, and I got scared, so I said I meant the Lego world. The Sims world. Oh my god. Ren says, I once had a male teacher assume I was gay, and the next day the principal was like, do you want to see him again? Meaning like firing him. I was so scared I told him it's okay, he didn't know. I once had to elevator call my parent in because I was asked if I took a bath recently, and I had answered no, as I had showered the night. Holy shit. I've also had, I had a counselor call my mom to ask them if I was suicidal once. Because,
oh god.
No, they did this thing one day. This was in high school, by the way. High school chat, where they passed around a like a pamphlet that was like circle these if like you've ever experienced this, and it was like a scale of 1 to 10, like how often you think about death, how often you think about killing yourself, how often you think about killing other people. And I was like, yo, dude, I think about death all the fucking time. Are you kidding me? I am a mortal ape. So I circled like a 10, and they got really worried about me. But I imagine they kind of had to do that for everyone, because another one of these was how often have you thought about killing someone? And all of us were like hormonal 15-year-olds, so.
Oh no.
Hey Eric, didn't you set the weird kid on a girl in your class before?
Okay, I didn't set him on a weird kid. I set him up to... Okay. I didn't set the weird kid on a girl.
Okay.
I set up a weird kid to be in trouble with a girl.
Oh my god, Eric.
Because he was bothering. So this was in middle school. I think 6th grade? Mm-hmm. So like baby middle school. And there was a kid who was just very annoying. I think it was very ADHD, so not entirely his fault. In fact, that's what the conversation was about. Mm-hmm. He was coming up to me and he's like, do you know, I think I have ADHD, OCD, and he's just listing all these acronyms that I barely understand as a 6th grader. And eventually he's just going through them, and my brain just picks up that he keeps saying the letter D a lot. And I'm like, how do I get this kid to leave me alone? So I ask him, oh, but have you ever heard of double D's? He looks at me, he's like, no, I haven't heard of that. What's that? And I'm like, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to explain. I think you'd have to ask one of the girls in class what they are. And he goes, oh, okay. And he goes up to probably, basically in our class, the star athlete girl at the time. And he just walks up to her and he says, hey, do you know what double D's are? And the girl straight up slapped him.
Whoa!
Across the face. And I turned and walked out of the room. And I was like, oh, that escalated a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Hold on, this is really funny. Calico Brownie says, I got in trouble once in private school. I was arguing with a friend about whether cats or dogs were better. Somehow things got really intense and I started swearing at him. And the next day, his mom and the damn principal ganged up on me and accused me of cyberbullying the guy, so I cried. Listen, Calico, when I was in middle school, I was like 11, okay? Okay, chat, listen. So please don't. Like, I got into a rivalry. It wasn't a friendly rivalry, by the way. This was like actually kind of a tense rivalry with the horse girls of my school. Do you want to know how? Because, okay, again, cringy 11-year-olds, okay? I was really, really fucking into dragons, okay? And I would draw them everywhere. And I was like...
Okay, wait. Into what? Into whatting dragons?
Into... What?
Never mind. Keep going. Sorry. I think I might have misheard something.
Okay, anyways, I was really... I was really into dragons, and I was sort of like a talented 11-year-old artist, and I would draw dragons everywhere, and the teachers really liked.
Yeehaw.
And the teachers really liked that, so they would sometimes put up my drawings of dragons and shit. And I decided that dragons were like way cooler than horses, right? So I ended up like getting. Did I say fucking dragons? No! Oh, fuck. Anyways,
don't worry, I guarantee nobody clipped it.
Anyways, there was like this one specific horse girl. We ended up being friends like later in life when both of us were less weird. But like we like sent around this petition like among the other kids to be like which is cooler, dragons or horses? Like dragons won, obviously, but there was still enough votes for horses to make me angry. So fucking stupid. Hold on.
No problem.
Wait, oh my
but Junie,
God. What? Sorry.
What?
Huh?
No, did something big happen? Or?
No, I'm reading a story and it's really funny.
Okay, then you got it, because I just remembered another story you might have actually been referencing that I actually did sick a kid on some girls that were bullying me.
Yeah, that's the one. Hold on, I went to an all-boys Catholic school, Bosco says, and we constantly played the penis game, where you try to one-up each other by saying penis at increasingly loud volumes. We were doing it in bio class, and my super homophobic teacher, who looked exactly like human Shrek from Shrek 2, flipped the fuck out and slid one kid across the floor in his desk, picked my desk off the floor with me in it, and shouted, "Say it again, funny man!" Nothing came out of this. I'm pretty sure he's still there.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh lord.
Say it again, funny man. Say penis. Say the cock word, Eric.
Cock. Oh shit, that caused a lot of subs.
Oh
I should say that more often.
Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Oh my god, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Hold on. In high school, I wrote a satirical and really gross, infamous, not safe for work fanfiction of the school principal and the school police officer. One day or another, this fanfiction ended up spreading around the entire school, and the principal caught wind of it. Thankfully, nobody knew who wrote it, but apparently the fanfic is still spreading around years later.
Okay. Did you want the other story, Junie?
Yes, please. It's really good.
All right. So it was first grade, and it was my birthday, and I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to the point where, for everyone's birthday, everybody would sing, "Happy birthday," yada yada. There were these two preppy girls that during the song thought it would be hilarious that every time it came to saying happy birthday, they would say happy unbirthday.
Aww.
And it really upset first grade Eric.
Aww.
First grade tardy bear.
First tardy bear.
And so I'm just sitting there seething all day until lunch. Mm-hmm. I'm sat at my table, because at that time we ate lunch in class. Mm-hmm. We were just sat at the tables we were at. And the table I was at was just me. And that day, it was the kid who was the troublemaker of the class.
Right.
Just the kid that always was doing stuff. The day before this, he got in trouble for putting glue on people's chairs. Mm-hmm. That level of kid. And we're eating lunch, and I look, because he's just finished up a banana, has his banana peel, and he's about to throw it away. And I go, "Hey, do you know what would be hilarious?"
Oh no.
And the kid stops, and he looks at me, he's like, "What?" I was like, "It would be just hilarious if you took like that banana peel and like all your lunch trash, and you threw it on those two girls."
Like, just straight
and
up?
Just like throw the banana peel, and I was like, and the banana peel like lands on their head like a hat, and he starts laughing. He goes, "Yeah, that'd be hilarious. And he picks up the banana peel, marches across the class, and just throws it like a foot away on top of the girl's head. And I start screaming just because this wet banana peel just slapped onto their heads.
Uh-huh.
And so, of course, at the end of that, he got in trouble for what he did, but I felt a little vindicated.
God, was this the same weird kid?
No, not at all.
Oh, shit. God, I was gonna say, if it was the same weird kid, this kid was really easy to just convince into doing shit.
No, the bully kid honestly did stuff like that all the time. I just directed his energy.
Stop. King says, in high school during homecoming, a bunch of people ditched and had a huge orgy at one girl's house. Somehow her parents were away and she expected them to be gone longer, but they returned home and freaked the hell out to come home, and 20 high school kids just going at it. They got the cops called on them and it was heard across the entire school within 12 hours. The John Mulaney bit where scatter and just a bunch of naked kids just fucking go scattering like ants.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
All right, Junie. Did you have any
No, I need to read one more. Okay, sorry. Listen, I'm gonna read chat stories because they're really good. I made friends with the horse girl in my class, but she was kind of weird, and I asked to look through her notes, and I found it. I can't fucking. I found an erotica about me and the teacher. I just closed the book, said thank you for the notes. I was shook for 3 days.
Huh.
I'm so sorry. Do you want a drink?
I could use a refill.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to chat.
Chat could use several refills.
Oh my fucking God. Hold on. I'm trying to get caught up on chat. I'm really
And here I was going to just ask if you had any big brain intrigue moments growing up.
Intrigue moments? What do you mean intrigue moments?
Moments of kind of like my two stories, the big brain plays.
Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna need to think about that one. That's a really difficult question, and I don't entirely understand it. Hold on.
Oh yeah, does full moon form have a swimsuit?
No. In middle school for a class trip, Reagan says we went camping. During night, some of the kids ended up smoking weed and catching their tents on fire. They tried to put it out quietly so they wouldn't get caught with the weed. It ended up spreading to several other tents, and people ended up having to sleep outside on the ground. Yo, I wish I had fucking burned something down when I was a kid and didn't get punished for it. Oh my God. Hold on. I was once at a computer animation camp. I had a kid who was the son, I think, of the vice principal. I had, let's say, a dispute with him that hamsters weren't rodents. I came home one day with a book and a biological book by scholastics. I pointed to the mark page that said guinea pigs and hamsters were classified as rodents. He took exception to that, and then we were in the back room. He was rubbing his ear, and I was rubbing my arm. We both had bite marks. What's worse, he was like half my age. I was 16. Yo, I actually have something really similar.
Oh God.
Also, good night, everybody who's going to bed. I realize it's pretty late.
Oh, Nightwood bogus.
So I had this boss, okay? And I've talked about this job before. And I've told this story before. But I had this boss, and I just couldn't fucking win with her. I was her only employee. She wasn't like the actual boss. She was just sort of running her own wing. And she like hired me as like her assistant, okay? And she said, like, I'm thinking about getting a gyro for lunch. And I was like, haha, you mean Euro? And she was like, no, I want to get a gyro from Arby's. I was like, oh, it's actually pronounced Euro. And she was like, no, I saw it on the Arby's commercial and they called it gyro. And I was like, Oh, this bitch. And this is what I do, chat. I pull up the Arby's commercial that was advertising this gyro, right? And I play the commercial, and in the commercial, they call it a gyro. And I get to the end of the video, and I'm like, yeah, it's a gyro. And she's like, well, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. I can never fucking win with her. Not a single time. Not a single time. She was also the one who sent me to pick up a client without an address. She refused to give me their address. She just gave me directions to where their house might be. Kill me. Just fucking end me. Oh my god, I got like a bunch of highlighted messages real quick.
Yeah, nah, they coming hard with some stories.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm reading these. Eric, entertain my chat or I'll kick you again.
Oh, okay. Hi chat. How's everyone doing this evening? Is everyone enjoying old stories from elementary, middle, and high school? Let's see if I can think of any other really good stories. Wow.
Yo, somebody told a story about a shitty ex. It was just an ex being super shitty. Hey chat, do you guys have any shitty ex stories? Because listen to me, chat. Listen to me. We're just, it's just you, me, Eric, and the sauna and the hot tub. Just get it off your chest,
Okay, I'm sorry. I just read 2 words in somebody's highlighted message. May I please read the entire thing?
Yeah, read it, do it. Go hard.
When I was in 10th grade of high school, my friends and I had a teacher who looked like the greasy PC gamer from the South Park. And so me and my friends collaborated by putting up Hentai Analysis Club posters everywhere in the school that claimed the teacher was the leader of the club. My entire school staff locked down the classrooms and went on a witch hunt to find out who put up the posters all over the school. And everyone knew, but nobody snitched, and we all got away with it. As heroes.
Legends! Oh my god. I think honestly one of my favorite things from high school was like you know how people would campaign for like class president or whatever? And every once in a while someone would have a really fucking funny campaign. I miss those. I miss seeing some of those. God.
Oh Lord.
I'm still trying to keep track of chat, catch up with chat. I'm gonna play in the water.
No, I do remember, and this goes a little bit more into drama stories. When I got elected without running into the drama department's council as official member.
I remember this. I was there for
what had
this.
happened is a bunch of people so our drama department has a council that everybody votes on every year. And people who are like really involved almost always win. And I was in every play and I was really involved in drama department, but I had no interest in being involved in any of like the business or serious stuff about it. I just wanted to learn my scripts and put on my plays. So, however, because I didn't run, my name wasn't on any of the voting sheets. But apparently, because I was so involved in drama department, almost everybody wrote me in for something, but nothing specific. And so the teacher in charge of it awarded me a position on the council that just existed to be there. And I was baffled, and I'm still baffled to this day why I was given any power whatsoever.
God. No, I was actually a member of that council, but I wasn't like a member of the council. I was like a very high-ranking like tech person in theater, so I kind of had to be there because I needed to know the plans. And yeah, no, Eric was just there fucking around and derailing the council every single day.
I wanted them to tell me to leave. I didn't know I was there.
So fucking
Oh,
funny.
yes, no, chat says I should have all the powers, so I'm sorry, Junie. This is now my hot tub.
Do you guys remember the whole nice cock destroyed my school video? No. I don't remember this. What? Eric, do you?
I have no clue what this is. Yes, I was on the council, but they did not grant me the rank of master.
Hold on. So at our high school band hall, we had 4 practice rooms. They each had a room number, and one of them, the seniors would take the freshmen and take the bass drum mallets and shove the room up their ass. They got caught, of course, and they took the number off because the story spread around the school that much. What the hell? Oh my god.
Okay.
Yo, band kids are fucking insane. So are theater kids. We would know firsthand.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read one? We've got some of the ones rolling in for X stories, so.
Wait,
for
what?
Crazy X's.
Oh, yeah. Tell it to me. Speak to me.
So, let's see here. Let me get this up. Okay. I had an ex who liked me solely for my nationality.
Oh, no.
She was awful in the sense that there was constant mistrust due to a lot of information being inaccurate or made up. She ended up ghosting me when COVID began and messaged me again when college started for me. In that span of time, she harassed one of my juniors by spreading a rumor that he was gay and blaming me by saying if she gets bullied, it would be my fault.
Jesus.
It gets worse because she then tried to ruin the budding relationship between the... Oh, no. It ends. It ends there, Junie.
Can I ask, who I don't know who said that, that story. Are you Korean by any chance? Because there was like a thing for teenage girls and teenage boys that they really fucking wanted like Korean boyfriends or like, you know, Japanese girlfriends for boys.
Okay, I've done some searching at that. Okay. Because she then tried to ruin the budding relationship between the junior and a new student. Ended up with her apparently disappearing from class. Ooh.
Oh shit, hold on. One time I made weed brownies with a girl. We went for a walk while eating them. Before we turned around to go home, it hit us like a brick wall. We ended up wandering around for hours, high as fuck, with no idea where we were at like 3 in the morning. Eventually we dragged ourselves home, had a bath, and then slept for at least 16 hours. Actually, I've tried edibles. I did edibles once, and I fucking hated it. I actually had a bad time. I just had to go...
I was there for that.
I had to go to sleep. Like, but I couldn't, you know? I just went and I laid down in the bed. And actually, Eric, you were there because my whole, like, IRL friend group sort of went on a trip to California. And we all...
we went on a trip in California.
We all did edibles, and I was the one who was like... Bye. And I went and I laid down in bed for a few hours. And I couldn't fall asleep, and I just felt nauseous and awful. But actually, where I'm living right now, there's an edible shop literally like less than a block away. Not an edible shop, you know, an herb shop, chat.
A dispensary, if you will.
Yeah, you know, the place where you buy, you know, like fresh herbs like parsley and
cross-faded stream when?
Oh my god, never. Actually, maybe one day. Honestly, I should have maybe tried again on 420. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really enjoy it.
Oh. And Junie, I found the answer to your question for that one poster.
Yeah, he said he was Japanese, right?
Actually, I wasn't Korean.
Oh, okay.
But my ex thought close enough.
Oh, fair enough. I thought there was some other commenter that was like, actually, I was Japanese, and I thought they were the same person. So I was confused. What kind of place are you living in? 2 boba tea shops and a weed shop? Actually, I really wasn't. This place is fucking lit. There's an entire indoor mall in walking distance. There is also so many dentist offices and so many nail offices. Not offices, nail salons.
Salons?
Yeah, salons. Like a metric ass fuck of nail salons. Hold on. I'm catching up with the chat real quick. Let me know if you find a good one. Oh my god,
right.
Soul Reaper says, got a funny high school story. When I was in high school, some kid broke into the school early in the morning, high off his rocker, stuck his ding dong in a clarinet, and they found him in the morning crying with his dong still in there.
God.
Fuck, I had one friend. I have one friend, not had. I have one friend that I locked, not me personally, but that I was with, that we locked into a band closet more than one time. On purpose or accidentally. Actually, the time that I was there for, I think somebody was just fucking around. Like, he went into the band closet and somebody was like, it'll be really funny if I close the master lock on him so he can't get out. And we were like, haha, that's really funny. And then it took like a second for it to sink in, and we were like, shit, we don't know this combination. And we had to get a janitor to come clip it off, like with this giant like lock clipper thing, like lock cutter, metal cutter, just Jesus
wire
Christ.
cutter.
Wire cutter. No, it was like, yeah, it was a big one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bolt cutter. There it is.
Bolt cutter. Thank you. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
How about this, Junie?
Yeah.
Do you have any stories where someone just said one thing to you and it made you just immediately become entirely disinterested in continuing a conversation with this person or just in their existence at all?
Oh my god.
Because I've got a few stories like that.
Actually, I have one. I used to sit next to this guy in biology class, and I don't remember what his name was, but I'm gonna call him like Andrew or some shit. His name was Andrew, and he was clearly like, he was like a little bit unhinged. He was like, he was like very funny, and he would also sort of like poke needles at me, and I would like laugh, and I'd be like, ha ha ha, stop, ha ha, like, you know, because I was just like a dumb kid, and we were just like fucking around. But he had like some really weird opinions. One of the things he said to me that really, really bothered me was there is no difference between shooting a tree with a shotgun and shooting a pig with a shotgun. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean there's no difference? Like pigs are, you know, they're intelligent animals. Like, they can feel that. Trees don't feel that. But we like still would like talk and hang out and like make jokes, and he would poke at me with needles or whatever.
Oh.
Hold on, this story isn't over.
Oh.
The worst thing he ever said, worse than shooting a pig with a shotgun, in my opinion, because, you know, not kids, oh my god, pigs get butchered all the time, right?
Kids get butchered all the time.
If you replaced every woman in history with a cookbook with a hole in it, there would have been no difference. And I just... And that was when we stopped being friends.
Oh, man.
He was unhinged. Absolutely unhinged.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not a good dude. Not a good dude.
Very much beats my stories.
Yeah?
That's more extreme than my stories.
Is it?
I mean, if you want to hear one of them, that basically is the level my stories tend to be at.
Mm-hmm.
I was in college. This was my first semester of college.
Yeah.
And I'd gotten in for the acting program. Ooh, fancy. Good job. Anyway, I was at lunch, and I was just kind of in the big cafeteria area, just at my own table, eating. And a girl walks up, and she sits down at the table. And we end up just sort of chatting for a bit. And we're chatting, and I ask her what her major is, and she says, I don't even remember. She gets kind of all that out, and she asks, so what major are you in? And I'm chatting with her, and I eventually say, yeah, so I'm actually in the theater program. I do stage acting, and I'm learning one of the studios here. And she pauses for a moment, and she kind of just looks at me for a second. She's like, wow, I honestly couldn't tell you were gay.
Oh no.
And I didn't know how to react to that at all. Because it's like, I mean, first of all, no. Second of all, what the fuck?
Oh my god. That's pretty funny.
You okay down there, Judy?
Yeah, I'm good. I got water in my glass, so I had to leave. I had to get out.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, there is a whole theater kid trope, isn't there? Which is true. Most theater kids are really there's something else, chat. There's something else. There's something else, that's for sure. Oh my god, I went on a first date and my date's opening line was all about how her mom could see my aura and told me how she knew it was very warm. Oh my god, sorry. And protective. So I was out at that point and had to pretend to be interested in the date for the next 3 hours. I am so sorry. I actually met somebody who said she could tell like what mythical creatures people were or like what their soul was. And she would point to people and be like, that's a fairy. That's a werewolf. And I think I asked her what I was, and I think I was a mermaid.
Mermoth.
Yeah, I think I was a mermaid. Oh my god, just
And no, I'm not telling date stories even before you ask, Junie.
Oh my god. Erik has one that would definitely not be appropriate for Twitch, but
I have one that would get this entire channel probably deleted by some of the things she said.
Yeah, it was not good.
Don't do blind dates, people. Do not do blind dates set up by your parents.
When I was wait, hold on. One more boys Catholic school story. We had an old priest as our American history teacher, and we would always try to get him to say awful things he didn't understand. I will never forget how we convinced him that fajitas had a hard J and rhymed with vagina. Vagina?
Fajita meat.
Okay, and we got him to believe that bumpkin was a blueberry and pumpkin pie. We got that old priest to say bumpkin so many times. God, that's so funny. God, I've been on a couple of bad dates. Namely because I'm not.
Oh.
It's hard for me to be a romantic person. I'm very cynical sometimes. But like there was this guy that that I had been sexting, not sexting. I'm sorry. We were friends out of high school, but he had moved. And he lived like in a different state than me, and we sexted in like the way that teens sex. You know, we were both like 16. And and he was like, "Hey, I'm coming up to Alaska. Do you want to hang out?" And I was like, I was so not ready, chat. Like I was a 16-year-old virgin, like 110%. And I was like, shit, okay, like, is this already happening? And he was like, yeah, I bought my ticket. I'm coming up to Alaska so that I can say hi to my friends and, you know, maybe we can, you know, hang out. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. So he gets up here and we go to a coffee shop and I literally, God, it's so awkward, chat. It's so awkward because I was so young and I didn't really go on a whole lot of dates or anything. And I couldn't even fucking look at this man. I would just like look out the window and I would talk to him and I would we would make jokes and it was fun, but I just could not look at him. And that was really weird because he pointed it out at some point and he was like, you know, you haven't like made eye contact with me this entire time. And I was like, stop. We went over to my friend's house because we were hanging out. We're all friends. And there's a point where one of my, the friend who we're hanging out with leaves. Like he leaves and he goes to like pick up sodas or something. And we're both laying on couches on opposite ends of the room. And we're just laying there like looking at our phones. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, what? And he's like, do you want to make out? And I'm like, sorry, I'm too shy. And then he went back to his state and nothing ever happened. I stopped talking to him after this. It was just too much. It was too much, chat. It broke me.
Wow. That is energy. That is an energy.
It was really funny. It was uncomfortable. It was pretty uncomfortable.
Do you need a quick palate cleanse?
A palate cleanse? Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever had someone who either firmly believed it or was a very good show person describe to you your aura before?
Oh my god, yes, but go on.
So just, Junie, what's your aura?
My aura?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
well,
okay,
how did
they
describe your aura?
I have one cousin, but just okay, is this a story, or is this something I can talk about my cousin?
I was just gonna, for a palate cleanse from all the weird stuff, I was just gonna have both of us describe the time someone told us what our aura was like.
So, shit, I have a cousin, chat. I have a cousin. And she's a lot older than me. And she lives in a different state. But when I was younger, my family and I would always go and, like, visit that area and, like, visit our family members, okay? So, so we go to this my cousin's house, and we haven't talked to her in, like, a really long time, okay? Or I haven't, because we live in different states, you know? And I go, and oh my fucking god. She has become, last time I've talked to her, she had become a hardcore radiologist. And chat, if you don't know what radiology is, it is the, like, not scientific term, but it's like the term for people who believe in auras and believe that that you can control, no, not x-rays, not x-rays, that can control like people's energy through like just this invisible universal system, okay? And I go to their house, and they have these metal dowsing rods, okay? Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? There are these metal dowsing rods, and you hold them equally in both of your hands, and you close your eyes, and you walk around you tell them, I am looking for my phone. I don't know where I left it, okay? And you're supposed to trust in the dowsing rods. And you walk around the room, and they will point into the direction of your phone, right? Okay? So listen. I don't see, this is the fucked up thing, is that they were doing this, and I don't know how they got it to work, but we had somebody hide like a jacket, and the dowsing rods did lead my cousin to her jacket, but I was like, no, I'm gonna test this. Fuck this. Like, I don't believe this for 1 second, but I'm going to play into this, okay? And they have me hide my phone, okay? And I'm walking around, and it's pointing me in all these different directions. It points me to her husband, and she's like, "Oh, it knows that my husband hid her phone. Oh, yes, very clever." And it never leads me to my phone, obviously, you know, because it's stupid. But she had like this before we left. This is where it gets really, really weird, chat. Before we left, she was like, "Hey, can I get a clip of all of your hair so that if you guys are ever sick, I can work on some healing for you from here?" So, and my mom was like, "Fuck yeah." She's like, she's so on board for this because she's always been a lot more spiritual than me, I guess, or like the rest of my family. So she takes each of us into another room. She has us all take our shirts off. She takes a picture of our...
What? How? Wait.
No. This isn't... Okay.
What did she ask for? Just, what did she ask for
She
again?
needed a picture of our backs and a lock of our hair.
Okay.
She needed a picture of our backs and a lock of our hair, okay? And she takes each of us one by one into another room, has us take our shirts off. takes a photo of our backs so that she can, I don't know,
Whack
align our chakras or whatever. And she takes like a little scissors and takes like a little clip of each of our hair and puts them in a little baggie and sets it aside so that she can heal us from far away. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that she can do that, Eric?
Like that is a miracle. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if you probably do. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the girl that I was in a relationship briefly with in high school?
I actually do, yeah.
Yeah, so she was a firm believer in her ability to see, read, and feel out auras. I don't know if you ever really talked to her about that, but so one day I got her to tell me what my aura was. Mm-hmm. So she had me sit down across from her and hold out my hands. She would hold them. And she took some time to feel out the energy. And for your information, we were sat down alone in the middle of the gym, like right in the middle of the circle. So we're in this big echoey room as this is happening.
Eric, my
cousin, after a moment,
I'm sorry, my cousin also had an aura camera, but go on.
Yeah. After a moment, she opens her eyes and looks at me and she goes, all right, I'm definitely seeing a red, but I think you have a very cool, gentle, red aura about you. And then all of a sudden, her face just changes.
Uh-huh.
And her eyes kind of go wide a little bit. And she's like, actually, as soon as I said that, your aura, and auras don't usually do this, your aura shifted to more of a very fiery auburn. Mm-hmm. And she's like, and as it's doing that, I'm just feeling a ton of energy just coming from like your core and radiating outwards, causing your aura to change. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just weird. Now, flashback to a few days before this, a conversation I'm having with my dad randomly as I'm telling her about this girl at school I think's kind of cute, and she's into auras. My dad's like, oh, does she think she can read auras? And I'm like, I think so. Why? And my dad leans down and he goes, do you want to know how to mess with someone who can read auras? And I was like, Dad, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, don't worry about that. Long story short, on my mom's side of the family, we're from a long line of witches. But that's unimportant right now.
What?
What I'm going to tell you is how to mess with someone reading your aura.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, Dad. He's like, now, two things you need to make sure happen.
What the fuck is going on?
Is you need to make sure they're looking you directly in the eyes and that they're holding your hand at the time. Okay. I'm like, okay. He's like, what do you do? First thing, before they hold your hand, you need to be rubbing them very gently against your jeans so that the pads of your fingers become really hot. Oh. And the next thing is you need to focus on keeping your face as relaxed as possible. Then when they hold your hand, you lightly hold your palms up so that the heat is touching them, but that the pads of your fingers aren't. And you're holding a very soft expression in your face. Then as soon as they say your aura, just lightly finish pressing the pads against their skin, not like forcing it, but finally press it, and then just think any thought that would cause your facial expression to tense up. I'm like, okay, Dad. He's like, yeah, just do that sometime. And aura people tend to get really weirded out about what they see happen to your aura. And I was like, okay. And so, if we want to flash forward, as this girl is reading my aura, I'm like, okay, I'll do this. So I press my fingers more tightly into her hand and just think something like mean in my head so my expression just becomes a bit more like frowny. And that's the moment she goes, actually, your aura is changing. And I'm thinking in my head, Dad, what the fuck did you just do?
Oh, okay. So, Eric, it's starting to come back to me. And I think she took a photo of my aura, and I think it was orange, but I don't entirely remember. It was something that, like, I ran out of disk space, and I decided to dump that one.
Oh, God. Hell yeah, that was Counterspell. So, anyone out there, if you got aura reading friends, try to remember those things and just try to apply them and see if you could prove whether or not my dad's method is real or if it was just, a high school kid getting tricked by a change of facial expression.
One of my roommates had an ex who was such an insufferable narcissist, and people would so often get tired or annoyed with him. Instead of thinking that he needs to change his attitude, this man was 100% straight up thought he was an energy vampire. Wait, but isn't an energy vampire, isn't that something that empaths believe in? That, like, there are people that exist that just suck the, like, energy out of people? So he...
Oh!
Wait!
Yeah, no.
Wait! That's fucking hilarious. I used to call myself an empath when I was, like, I don't know, 13.
Yeah, no, actually, the girl I'm talking about also believed in energy vampires. And after I did the aura thing, she told me she thinks I might be the opposite. And she started calling me an energy furnace.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, guys, don't. It's not. My family history is not important. It's not overly relevant.
I need to get closer to my energy furnace here.
That's why the water's hot. You didn't hook up any electricity to this thing. Oh.
Hold on, give me a minute. Thank you for the $10, Dale. A haiku for Juniper. Rather than the lamp, turn your antenna skyward. May the moon bless you. Thank you for sharing your stories and personality with us. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Hold on. I have a fun story. One time, a pair of people in my local area bleached a massive penis on the football field of my high school. We had to cancel all football games for the whole year, and the bleach completely ruined the foundation of the soil, so the grass wouldn't grow back, and it became known as the 100-yard dong of the school. And Google Maps still has the massive 100-yard dong creation left on our football field as a stamp of honor in our school. Actually, my school. Holy fucking shit. So my school had this big assembly one time where they had the names of all of the honor list kids, like, on this big giant scroll, okay? And I cannot fucking believe that I forgot about this. It had the name of all the honor list kids on this big giant scroll. And somehow somebody got a hold of it and drew a giant penis on it. A giant veiny cock. So in the assembly, obviously they drop it and it's just a big fucking cock. Right there, baby. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Time to PP 0 seconds. Damn, another penis story. Shit, we gotta we're out of jokes, chat.
Oh no. Oh gosh. No, I don't know if you remember in our drama department, did you ever realize how many Wiccans we had in the drama department?
Oh my god, there were so many!
There were an outlandish amount of Wiccans, and I remember the night that I had purchased and hidden away for this night, where we had a cast party, where I brought all the Wiccans together up to my room, and I whipped it out. The classic Hasbro's Ouija board. And I had the Wiccans do a Ouija reading. And I'm going to tell you, that was a very, very fun night.
Wasn't it extremely divisive? Like, one of them was like, yo, put that the fuck away, you don't know what you're messing with. And then the other one was like, yeah, Ouija board time!
Hell yeah. No, the Wiccans were super divided on whether they should play with it or not, but they went over all the rules. They made sure to open and close the 4 circles in the correct order, that nobody left the circle till it was closed, that we never allowed it to count down or go down the alphabet. During the process, however, it somehow came up, and people asked me during the Ouija reading, which may or may not have tainted it, about my dad and my family history.
Oh my god.
And after I told them that my dad said that on my dad's mom's side, I came from a line of witches, we learned that apparently those witches had bound several spirits to my bloodline.
Oh, nice.
And at one point in the night, they were asking the board, and they learned that they were talking to a guardian spirit of my family.
God.
And they just started asking it questions. And then the Wiccans were talking about how they felt like they could see a presence standing immediately behind me the whole time with its hand on my head.
Was it me?
And I think it was my guardian spirit. So Juniper, if you're bound to my family,
fucking weird.
I feel so much less protected right now. Yeah, no, I have a stand. God. I have a stand, guys.
Oh my god, Cougar Seaguer, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to call you. Jesus Christ, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Oh my god, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, everybody, welcome to the Dodge Squad. Holy shit, thank you. I don't know how to thank you enough, but I really thank you. God, I'm kind of glad that I left theater when I did, because I actually ended up going to a different high school for my junior and senior year, because I was like one of those fucking accelerated kids that like had to go to college early, like a fucking nerd. So I ended up ditching that, but I ditched it at like roughly the same time that Undertale came out, and I can't help but feel like I totally dodged a bullet. Because you guys know theater kids. Yeah,
I'm one of them.
Yeah, me too. He really is an anime protagonist.
I have said this already. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. My stream is loading for a minute there, sorry.
Oh my god, hold on. I went to somebody's house, thank you, Piperino, for a holiday party with a friend. The host, whom I had never met before, asked to read my aura. She closes her eyes and nearly falls over as soon as I put my hands to hers. She catches herself and tries again, with the same thing happening. She asks why my aura is constantly pushing her to the right, my left, and I say that I'm a lefty. She looks conspiratorially at my friends, and they nod, muttering something to the effect of, they found it. To this day, I never found... It just ends. To this day, I never found out?
No, to this day, they never...
Oh, to this day, they never found... Not I... Okay. Holy shit. I'm gonna be in theater next year, I'm worried. Honestly, you're gonna have a great time, but there's a lot of, like, cringe-ass motherfuckers in theater.
Sad I never got to try out for a play. It was always during football.
Found out what they meant, character limit. Okay, I get you, Piperino.
Okay. Actually, so Cruxel Winter, I actually did football through middle school and into high school, and I also split my time with theater. However, my freshman year of high school, I had broken my arm for the 4th time, and so my parents told me no more football. So that's where I became a lot more dedicated to just doing theater.
Yo, Eric, my chat is asking if you're a streamer or just a friend. What do you want to tell them?
Oh shit! I stream on the weekends occasionally.
Yeah, chill for yourself. I'm gonna drink some water.
Yeah, shit. I do right now. I'm doing a bit of Monster Hunter World streams, and every Saturday I do my own specialized Dungeons and Dragons streams where I talk about my homebrew world, homebrew rules I like to use. Made up content I have, like races and classes. I go into what I call story time, where I tell the stories of my current campaign,
which I'm in, by the way,
for Juniper and friends.
Do you want me to give you a shout out? You're gonna get a lot of followers, so
I've been getting followers all throughout the stream, so
really?
Actually,
how did they find you?
Oh god!
What happened?
Oh, it's exploding. It's just nonstop. Well, people have been occasionally giving me the exclamation point shout out, and I think it's been some people like Gremlin, Wood Bogus, and a few Rageonomics have been occasionally just throwing it up. There's been just a trickle of 1 or 2 here or there, but It's not stopping.
It's
Jimmy.
okay. Calm.
Okay.
Calm. Here. I'll even I'll do something for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh no. Stop.
Just doing a little bit of a tardigrade bloodletting, you know?
I don't think this will work. I'm in the entire hot tub.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll fill you up with fresh water, not anxiety water.
Okay.
For the grade above me, hold on. Big Juicy Dad says, for the grade above me, the graduation prank was horrible. Oh my god, we also had a really bad one. They drove their trucks around the field doing donuts in order to draw dicks all around the field. They then proceeded to drag the massive metal soccer bats with their trucks and somehow got them on the roof. And for the last prank of the night, they made a hail bale wall blocking the main entrance of the school, so everyone had to walk around the entire school to get in. The culprits were all expelled before eventually officially graduating. God, we had a really bad senior prank that ended up banning senior pranks. I mean, like, they still happened. It was just in big air quotes, banned senior pranks after this, where they superglued, like, all of the locker locks, like, in the school. Not in the school, but, like, they definitely tried. And... And it was like, fuck, I don't even know how many thousands of dollars of damage it was, but it was pretty bad. And I don't remember exactly if they got expelled or if they got caught, but it was a big issue. Monster Hunter and D&D signed me the fuck up. I mean, like... Eric,
now, I do want to clarify. I don't stream. A quick question. Can this get out of my brain, please?
Fine.
It's just really hard to think straight.
It's okay.
Okay. So, I don't actually stream my Dungeons and Dragons games. When we went into the game, it wasn't an idea for people. And a lot of people made either vulnerable characters or characters they weren't expected to be performing. So, I'm not likely to start streaming the game I'm doing right now, simply because that wasn't discussed session 0. However, I do make sure to go through story times, telling the stories that do happen in my D&D games. I especially focus on doing lore drops about the homebrew world I've made, talking about items and character races and classes and all the homebrew rules I love to use in my game, why I make them, and how I go about them. In fact, my last stream was a special little deal where I had the chat help design a surprise encounter that I get to inflict on Junie in sometime in the recent future. And they made it rough for you guys.
So Erik has a wonderful story, like storytime voice. If you guys like D&D stories or listening to homebrew world shit, I recommend watching his streams on Saturdays. Sorry, Chaos Bringer just said something really funny. You ever roll a nat 20 and accidentally kill an important NPC? Huh, Tortuga? You ever done that?
All right. Can I give them a very short 5-minute story time?
5 minutes is pretty long for a D&D story.
That's fair. Okay. A couple of minutes. You could cut me at any point.
Okay.
All right. So,
settle in.
Let's get into it. So, for a basic setup, the party had all collected in a city called Scarin. Here they had been tracking around some evidence they'd found of a local gang that had been collecting money from people. And when they failed to pay them their protection or loan money, they would occasionally kidnap people or their children to encourage them to make their payments. The party had successfully found out the name of the man doing it, but he had hidden his business well, so the guards couldn't be properly brought in to deal with it. The party, however, learned a way to make him give up the child. They sent him a threat that they had voiced as coming from his boss, who worked in a distant city, and they agreed that they would release the child that the party was trying to save. So that night, the man sneaks off. Unbeknownst to him, the party's monk and ranger were quietly on his tail. Tortuga had followed this man because, most importantly for Tortuga, he had been a slave himself and, in fact, been traded through Scarin in the past. So, when he saw the man emerge with the boy in a sack, Tortuga lost himself to his anger and charged at the man, hoping to subdue him and force him to tell him where everyone else that he had stolen was. However, as Tortuga snuck up on the man and struck him in the back of the head, not once, not twice, but 3 times, as a monk may, his third hit was a natural 20. And in our campaign, we have a homebrewed rule. You can declare non-lethal at any time, except with a crit. And his last critical hit reduced the slaver to 0 hit points, killing him instantly and forever losing the information about where the rest of the enslaved people were being held.
Which definitely didn't come back to bite us in the ass literally less than a minute later.
Less than a minute later, a series of traps were triggered, setting half the city on fire. But that's less important, I think, than the main crux of that story.
This is also why Tortuga has the highest body count in the party, is because he was the one who triggered these traps, having, fucking killed the guy in control of them.
We do have a running joke about our kill list having granted Tortuga, I believe, 52 burnt innocents. But honestly, I always feel bad about it because Tortuga is definitely of the party one of the characters that is constantly giving up so much to try to do like the best thing he could see in a scenario. God. And I love him so much.
The fucked up thing is that Tortuga is like one of the 2 members of our party that's actually good aligned, and he just fucked up so badly.
It was so sad. And honestly though, he has come back hardcore from it, because in our recent stuff they're moving through an area that's like, torn up by war, and there's villages that are just getting burned and ransacked, and he's just like, there's just a point when he's said never best. Again, and he spends an entire day in a village helping a man bury the bodies. It's so heart-wrenching and so sad, but so amazing, and it's
so fucking funny. Yo, Denton Jack says, back in grade school, me and my friends were sticking straightened paper clips in electrical sockets because our fingers felt tingly when we touched it. One of us decided to plug both ends of the paperclip into the socket and shorted the electricity circuit and caused a blackout for the entire grade school building and kindergarten building next door. Amazing!
Wow. Oh my god.
God. I've never felt that tingle. Never felt it. Oh, hold on.
Hey, Junie. Recently started a campaign and my character is a life cleric. I still plan on trying to get the highest body count for fun.
Listen to me. Listen, guardsman, I don't know your alignment, but I'm also playing an evil life cleric.
They didn't say evil, Junie.
Yeah, but they say they're trying to get the highest possible body count, so
people could still do that and be good, Junie.
Yeah, inflict wounds is a great spell, right?
Spiritual guardians is too. It's very vague about who's considered an enemy and who's not. God. I'm gonna tell you, I'm slowly developing a complex about the sound I have set for every time I gain a follower.
Oh no, you have that
budding.
Budding. Just turn it off. Just mute it. Because you're probably getting
evil clerics are the one that can inflict
leukemia, right? I mean,
leukemia? What?
Can they inflict something with a fatal disease?
I think there's Ray of Disease is a spell I know they can learn. If you'd like, I could go look up that level and tell you when you know it, June.
Blight. Interesting.
So there's Blight, Ray. I think there is a Ray of Disease. There's a few, honestly.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading chat. There's a lot. There's a lot.
No
I'd love to read
problem.
it.
Yeah, so Blight is a level 4 necromancy spell.
God, funny haha story in high school. Me and 20 other kids during lunch went to our local dollar store and got a bunch of cheap water guns and had wars in the bathrooms for some dumb fun during lunch for about a month. We got caught, but didn't get into much trouble, luckily. So my siblings and I, for some fucking reason, we ended up at my middle school after hours, like on a weekend. I don't remember why. I think my mom was doing something nearby and we just grabbed like our duct tape swords and we were like, yeah, we're gonna go spar with duct tape swords in the backyard of our middle school. And I missed baby mode about an hour ago. Okay, hold on. And we're just fucking around with the duct tape swords, like beating each other up, as kids do. And we hear over the announcements in the school building. Oh, I fucked up my model. Over the announcements in the school building, can someone in the building call 911? And we stopped and we were like, is that for us? Either way, we ended up leaving. We don't know if they were just fucking with us or if there was actually something going on in the building. I personally like to believe that they were fucking with us, that they were like, oh, these kids are gonna think they're in so much trouble for bringing, in big air quotes, weapons onto the school campus. Dang. My clothes. Oh, shit. There we go.
Yep. I'm currently playing a Tortle Druid of Spores, except the Tortle isn't the character. The fungus inside the Tortle's animated corpse is the character. Plays normally, just bunch of fun flavor. Hell yeah.
My favorite story from a D&D game, says Storm Knight, is when we were playing this Spacebound game and we cut to this door. I declare before everyone, mag boots, and everyone just looks at me and laughed. A rogue rolls a check on the door. It's a 1. He re-rolls. It's a 1 again. So accepting fate, he opens the door. It was an airlock. Everyone died except me. I was validated by being left on a derelict ship along with thousands of aliens ready to kill me. Jesus, Eric, you apparently tripled your follower count. I'm sorry.
I'm too scared to look.
I'm sorry in advance. Oh, but now you know how it feels.
Oh, wait, nobody else follow me. I'm at exactly 420.
Oh, shit.
1 sec.
Nice.
I gotta take a snip of this and send it to you, Junie.
Okay. Nice. No, that's how it feels, yeah. Eric. That's how it feels. Isn't it scary?
Look at this shit. Soon they're
gonna be talking shit about you on the little corners of the internet.
Oh, I'm down and ready.
They're gonna say you're cringe.
Chat, Eric. How do you feel? Chat, you don't think I'm cringe, do you? I think chat wouldn't call me cringe. Not at all. Aww.
Very cringe. It's okay. You're my cringe tardigrade.
Oh. Nope, Daddy, please don't hurt me. Don't worry. I'm sure you're being good.
Mm-hmm. You're base and cringe. That's good.
Oh. So I don't know, Junie. The water's getting, I don't know, a little lukewarm. I'm still good for a little bit longer.
Oh, you're getting a little wrinkly, little tardigrade?
I don't get wrinkly. I get overly waterlogged.
Oh, you get fat?
Basically. Bloated, really.
You get fat, you little stupid tardigrade. If only you had an exoskeleton like me. Hold on. Oh my god, IR Fox. One time I tried to sing at a talent show at my school, and I'm so glad it wasn't in front of the entire school. Only the other people wanted to join the talent show because my music teacher told me I wasn't going to be singing in the beginning because it wasn't okay, and there were 2 possible parts it could have been, and I didn't confirm which it was. I just assumed which one it was, and I started singing at the wrong part, and I couldn't catch up, so I got off stage and almost cried on stage. Very fun. Actually, when I was in elementary school, my music teacher had us Oh my god, I'm also slowing down, Eric. My drink is sort of wearing off here.
Yeah, it suddenly hits you.
it, it's hitting me. Um, had us like bring in like a song to share with the class, and I brought in "I Need a Hero" from Shrek 2. I was like maybe 7.
Okay.
No, I think I was younger. I think this was actually in like first grade or something, because I was in Minnesota at the time, and that's where I grew up. So I think I was actually closer to like 5 or 6. That's how young first graders are, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right. I can never estimate how young children are, because like, like
Yeah, nothing looks right anymore. The older I get, the more off everything else looks.
yeah, no, but like I can never estimate how young a child is, and I'm always uncomfortable talking to children because I don't know how to I don't know how to interact with them. I don't know how old they are. I don't know how developed they are. And I'm always terrified that I'm going to like try to talk to like a kid, and I'm going to be like, well, hi there, little guy. And they're going to be like, I'm fucking 7 years old, you stupid bitch. Treat me like an adult. And I'm going to be like, oh, okay, sorry.
I have learned it is also a mistake to choose to not talk to them at all, as that can get you in a lot of trouble as well. Apparently, it is strange for someone to choose to not talk to a young child.
What?
But first, my favorite memory from D&D was when a friend of mine ran what we call the Crabadon, who was not one but several hundred awakened crabs acting as the body for his paladin character. All the crabs were awakened, and every so often they would boot out the head crab, leading to an insurrection, and his alignment would change depending on the next crab leading the horde. That is absolutely amazing.
God, Eric, do you have a favorite D&D moment?
In at all in your campaign?
Hold on, I actually have one. I had one character who I ran for an extremely short campaign. It actually ended like only a couple sessions in. But I was playing this character who was like a fantasy WWE wrestler, and her name was Felsic. And her her gimmick was that her wrestler name was the Flex Enforcer, and her rival's name was Feel Swift, because Phil Swift is the guy who introduces flex tape. It's stupid. Whatever. Anyways, she had like one super move, which was like a suplex, and it wasn't like an actual super move or anything. It was just like a fun flavor thing. And we got into a bar fight, and people are like throwing stools at like these guys, and everybody is super drunk. And there's one guy left standing, and he's running away. And Felsic runs at him and does her suplex, and it had like a special name. It was called like fucking I don't even remember. She does her suplex, and she rolls a nat 20 on the last guy with her ultimate ability. It was really funny.
Okay.
But oh my god, thank you for the gifted sub, Grey Probe.
The first story outside of your campaign, just because I don't want to go too overboard, but just chatting up that one campaign. Mm-hmm. So it was during a campaign I was running with a dual DM. So there were 2 of us DMing, and we love to use that to allow players to more often split the party, because we were able to take them into separate rooms and then reconvene our knowledge together and run things very interestingly. So the party was in kind of this cursed city, essentially, and most of the early part of the campaign was about them moving from one district to the next and just sort of gaining renown enough to eventually go to the castle. One day, though, the 3 martial classes of the party decided that they wanted to get a little extra cash, and so took up a job that took them down into the sewers. Now, the reason I bring up martial classes is because these people were level 2 at the time. So they didn't have any magic equipment, and they didn't have any magical spells with the classes that they were. And that became an issue when they encountered a slime in the dungeon. While they are generally a very low-level threat, Slimes have a fun little thing where they're resistant to non-magical slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing damage.
Oh no.
And this crew brought nothing but swords, spears, and axes.
Oh no.
However, did have one saving grace, as one of them was a paladin, and he had 2 total smites available to him. These would become magical damage, but he burnt them very early on, and the slime was still standing. So the paladin turned around to the rest of the party and said, I know what I have to do. Please do not judge me for this.
Uh-oh.
And he looks at me and says, I would like to eat the jelly.
No! What? I hadn't heard this story.
And I look at the guy and I'm like, what? He says, I have a secret item from my backstory that I was allowed to bring because it's a one use. I want to polymorph the slime into a frog and then eat the frog.
Why a frog? Why couldn't it be like a taquito or something? Jesus Christ.
And I let him do it. And as soon as he swallows, I say, as soon as the frog gets into your stomach, it starts to take acid damage, which breaks the polymorph, returning the slime to its original, highly acidic form. He then says, I understand. And we go through a series of constitution checks between his stomach acid and the slime. At this point, the second DM comes in, and he is so exhilarated. He says he wants to take over, and I'm so confused. I let him. And they finish it out, and on the last roll, the motherfucker rolls a nat 20 con save, and the slime rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
However, we still had to say, because of its nature, you defeat the slime, and as it shatters, all of its internal acid releases in your stomach. It is immediately evacuated.
Oh.
The paladin, in the middle of the sewers, fills his metal boots as he has successfully defeated the slime.
Oh my god. Hold on, I need to read this because Soul Reaper has posted it apparently a couple times and I've missed it. Gonna keep posting this until... Okay. Remember Clarinet Boy? Met him a few years ago after the incident. I'd broken my wrist and was sitting in the ER waiting to get booked for x-rays, and he is sitting across the room with his big blanket over his lap. Turns out, man got messed up again, and this time he stuck his dong in a fish, and not like a small fish. I'm talking like a full-size salmon. I don't know how he did it, but he did. Alright, well, I'm drowning myself. Good night.
All right. How's the water for you? Well, I suppose while Junie's missing... Did you ever send your party to the Tomb of Horrors? No, I don't actually... I've never actually run a pre-gen before. I almost always do homebrew stuff, though I have run them through a dungeon I designed by kind of a homebrew version of a Sararak. Junie, is there anything you particularly remember about the Insane Man's dungeon?
What?
Do you remember the dungeon of Natharak?
Is that the one with the fire beetles?
Yes, that was the one with the fire beetles.
Yeah, I remember the fire beetles. Anyways, I have a job to do.
Oh, you have a job? Are you...
Okay, sorry.
Are you emptying the whole...
Did you actually have a question for me?
Oh, someone was asking about the Tomb of Annihilation, and I had kind of based a bit of Natharak around a Sararak. Oh. So I was wondering if there were any stick-out moments from that dungeon that you really remember.
So this dungeon was really funny because it was just this guy who was like a dungeon maker by hobby, just because he liked making dungeons. And we get to like the very end, like we fucking fight our way through it, and there's all kinds of like these weird complex puzzles and like intense fights and shit. And we get to like the last door, and we get out, and we get into like what I can only describe as like the back scenes of like Disney World. like, this might be kind of a weird thing to to say. I've been in the back scenes of Disney World because I was in marching band at one point, and I like marched in like one of the Disney World parades. This was like years and years ago. I was like in high school, and like things were like under construction, and there was a room that was just like unfinished, and there was like a book. Like like, tell me if this is inaccurate, but it had a label on it, and it was like, I don't know, put interesting lore here.
Yeah, so the party came up to the final hallway, where at the end of the hallway was a door that would lead them to kind of the final puzzle room. However, they looked on their left and they saw a door that had been barred on the wrong side, so they could just walk under the nailed board and go in. But on the board that was nailed there, not really barring the door, was a sign that said, "The history," and then was scratched out. "The truth is behind," and then that was scratched out. Then under it was written, "Come back later."
Right, yeah.
Curious, the party just walked into the room, and they found a room that had a bench, a bookshelf, and just a picture on the wall. And on the bookshelf, there was a book that on the front was written "book." And inside it said, put story of this hero here. Then they found a vial, and they picked up the vial, and inside was a little scrawled note that said, "Vial of ink." And finally, they just found a slip of paper, and when they picked it up, it said "gemstone."
Fuck, I remember this.
And it was the room that the guy who was building the dungeon hadn't finished yet, and was just left for later, and entirely forgot about.
All right. Okay, I think both of us are a little bit. What are we, Eric? We little tapped out. I'm coming down for my rum.
We're definitely running up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel myself drifting more and more into, as one person in the chat called it, my ASMR voice. Which lets me know I'm very tired.
Are you close to your tardy comatose?
Yes, I'm about to crystallize and go away until the next time you invite me back.
Oh my god. Oh shit, so hold on, I love that dungeon. I had a kobold, made friends with a dungeon master, and says the campaign didn't pan out because we all disagreed on killing baby brass dragons. I decided to retire from the dungeon.
No.
We had
disagreed on killing babies.
We had an extremely similar issue with baby gnolls. And like, some of the party was like, there's no good way to deal with these. We could just put them out of their misery so they don't become demons later. But our party was very much like anti-infanticide, so we ended up adopting them, and they are very, very cute, and their names are Zonu, Rook, and the biggest, baddest, meanest one is this big old female named Bagel.
Yes, they adopted 3 baby gnolls and named them Zonu, Rook, and Bagel. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, thank you for the 25 gifted subs, Cougar. Oh my goodness. So many.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before you guys overreact to Bagel, that's not the worst name they've named any of their animals up to this point.
Oh yeah!
What are the horses' names?
I named my horse
HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO Max.
And Netflix, I believe, are the names of the horses.
What, we didn't have an Amazon Prime?
I think people wanted to name the 3rd horse, but the owner named it something else. The final big name was, so I gave a character of mine a homebrew item that is this little rock that floats around their head and kind of acts as a lantern, essentially. And they named the rock Pharaoh, which is the name of Juniper's character in the campaign.
It is.
So there's constant confusion as this character will say, Pharaoh, I need you to light up this wall for me. And Pharaoh will be like, you want me to cast light? And he goes, no, not you. My rock, Pharaoh.
Right. Okay.
And then the rock will glow like a lantern.
Somebody's asking for a baby punt, so I'll give... Wait! I don't have baby punt on this screen. I only brought Erik punt.
Oh,
hold on. Erik, brace yourself. Oh, wait, that's... Oops! Anyways, so chat, we're probably going to be wrapping up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your stories. I really, really like chat stories. I'm probably going to do hot tub streams more often, maybe once a week. I'm also thinking about maybe having some other guests on. Not to shunt Eric, Eric, you can come on whenever you want.
No. I understand.
You know how it is. Might have some other people on. Thank you guys for being here. Eric, can you wrap up my stream because I need to start draining the hot tub, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for causing this absolute splurge of follow. God, she just unhinges her jaw. This splurge of follows. I can't thank you guys enough. You're all so amazing and energetic, and I'm glad you enjoy having me on. And because she's distracted, hey, chat.